what's going on, guys? My name is Lane, and today we're doing a 20-year rebuild of the Houston Texans. So you guys seem to enjoy the 20-year rebuild of the Chicago Bears, so I thought let's move right along. Let's go to the next draft pick, the Houston Texans. Now, we might need more years than 20, but I think we'll be able to win at least one, or at least make the playoffs at least once. We're going to have to wait and see. Now, there's not a ton of good players on this team. You got Brandon Cooks, you got Laramie Tunsil, Stingley, but we just have a lot of work to do. I do think we're going to trade up, get Bryce Young, but let's see what happens in the offseason. Now, the Chicago Bears 20-year rebuild, there's more quick cuts, things like that. We're going to try to go along with the whole journey. This will be a long video, so I hope you guys do enjoy. But we're going to probably bring back Desmond King. We have $91 million. No, Thomas we don't want. There's probably not a ton of players up here. Philip Dorsett, O.J. Howard. 28 years old. I think we're going to pass on that one. So really, we're just going to bring back Desmond King. Probably a 1-year deal, a 2-year deal. Let's up into 2 years. We have all kinds of money, all kinds of time. Let's see if he takes the offer. And he does. So looking at free agency, the rumors are that Tony Pollard is going to get franchise tagged. Michael Thomas is not going to be a free agent, so we're not going to worry about that. So there's really not a ton we're going to do here. I think we might bring in Josh Allen, even though he doesn't want to come. Bring in TJ Edwards, a young player, 27 years old. We just have to make some moves. All kinds of money. We're going to have a rookie quarterback. Kind of going to go all in, if that makes sense. Jordan Poyer, no. Just not a ton up here. Gardner Johnson, we could actually bring in. Let me take a quick look at our safe. Now, we have $83.9 million in cap space. Now, we're not going to bring in Tony Pollard or Michael Thomas. Rumors are Pollard's going to get franchise tagged. Thomas is going to be a free agent. Don't need Gardner Johnson. Don't want Beckham. I do think Josh Allen would be a nice pickup. I know he doesn't want to come to the team. It says scheme fit Tampa 2. We can mess around with that. Historic championships, of course not. Head coach historic record. Doesn't really matter. We're just a custom coach with a random name. So I do think Josh Allen we're going to try to bring in. TJ Edwards going to try to bring in. And I kind of want to bring in Orlando Brown, even though he didn't want to play right tackle. Yeah, it doesn't make a ton of sense. So maybe Juju. So rather than Juju, we did a 2-year offer to Mecole Hardman. Scheme fit. He seems like he wants to come here. So I do think that'll make a lot of sense. Let's advance really quickly. I think we might go 3 for 3. We did. So I traded our first round pick, 2nd overall. We do have the 13th overall pick too. A 2nd round pick and a 5th round pick to trade up one slot. I think that'll be fine. And we will be selecting Bryce Young, hidden development, of course, 91 throw power. And since Laramie Tunsil is getting up there in age in terms of football, we're going to take left tackle Paris Johnson. If we have to play him at right tackle, if we want to trade Tunsil, cut him, we can do anything like that. That opens up the option. Hidden development, 93 strength. Now, looking around, we have Desmond King, we have Derek Stingley, and even though it says Forbes is a 1st or 2nd round projection, I think what we're going to do is go free safety, Christopher Smith, because we do not have a free safety, and I think that'll be a good pickup. Normal development, which is all right. Seems like he might be decent. Not a bad draft, though. Bryce Young, 79 overall. Johnson, 75. Smith, 73. Clark, 71. And Musgrave, 72. So we're a 78 overall heading into year 1. We are going to have Bryce Young at quarterback, Damon Pierce, Cooks, Hardman. I think those are decent weapons for him year 1. Offensive line, we'll keep Tunsil for now. We have Johnson at right tackle, Green at left guard. And then our defense, we really do have a lot of work to do. But I like the linebackers. I like Petrie that he's just superstar. Desmond King at superstar. Stingley at star. So at the end of the season, we went 8-9. That's not bad whatsoever. The Colts went 12-5. I would like to look who their quarterback is, because that doesn't make any sense. Jaguars 9-8. I thought they'd do way better. And then Tennessee 7-10. Oh, interesting. Will Levis to the Colts. 4,100 yards, 38-9. Okay. But we have Bryce Young, 4,400 yards, 33 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. I don't think he's going to win Rookie of the Year. I do think Levis is going to take it. Check out rushing. Pierce, 901, 7 touchdowns. Not bad. Could be better. Don't care about the blocking. Oh, Nico Collins, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Of course, he is in the slot, so that makes sense. Hardman, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns on 87 catches. That's why we brought him in, but on a 2-year deal, going to have to pay him, unfortunately. Musgrave, 754 with 3. Brandon Cooks with 7. TJ Edwards leading the team in tackles, 125, 115 for Desmond King. Sack totals, 8.5 for Josh Allen. Great. And interceptions, 5 for Edwards. I mean, maybe defensive player of the year? Probably not, but he could be. 23rd in offensive yards is not great. What about defensive yards? 13th. Wow. Aaron Rodgers on the 16-1 Green Bay Packers on what planet? Oh, is that Anthony Richardson? Interesting. I wonder if Brady retired in this. Probably not. Probably not. AFC offensive player Stephon Diggs, interesting. Michael Thomas to the Broncos. Okay. George Pickens up there. Defensive player Myles Garrett. Really? I thought TJ Edwards would be a slam dunk to be up there. Jarrett beating out me with Bryce Young and Will Levis. I don't know about that. And Bryce Young only has superstar development, not X factor, but 6 XP points is huge. 2 for Hardman, 4 for Johnson. Check out the defensive players. 2 for Josh Allen, 1 for Edwards, 2 for Smith. Not bad year 1. And the Dallas Cowboys beat the Indianapolis Colts 38-21. Let's talk about something that's never, ever, ever, ever going to happen next year. No shot. Not with Dak Prescott. And I assume they might get Bryce Young, but we're going to have to wait and see. So we have $150 million. Of course, we have a quarterback on a rookie contract. I do think we might bring back Laremy Tunsil. I was going to say on a 1-year deal, but I guess at that age, it doesn't make a ton of sense. Fairburn, no. So I guess nobody. It really does make sense, I think, to bring back Laremy Tunsil on a 1-year deal. I don't want to do 3 years. If he'll take 1 year with an increase in money, with so much money, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's a lot of money for 1 year. Yeah, okay. I'm going to look at the franchise tag. Not happening. So here we are again. Just like in the Bears rebuild, we have a crazy amount of money. Nick Bosa sitting there. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Laremy Tunsil, all sitting there. Just so I don't have to copy what happened in the Bears rebuild, we're going to pass on Bosa. Of course, Lamar. Not going to get Derrick Henry. I think he'll end up staying in Tennessee. If we're being really realistic, I do think that's going to happen. Which, the more I look at the rest of this, there's not a ton up here that we'd need. The Wuze, no. I guess really what we need is like Calvin Ridley. I'm very excited to see what he does in Jacksonville. Ed Oliver. Ooh, I do like that. I do like that a lot. He doesn't really want to come here. I'm not really too concerned about that. But I do want to look on the defensive line aside from him, of course. Clowney, no. Nothing really there. Ed Oliver, we're kind of in play, so I might pay him a little more to come down to Houston. Yeah, not a ton up there. So I actually made a few more offers. Shaq Mason on a 1-year deal and Jeff Okudah just to kind of add to our cornerback group. Desmond King's going to be a free agent after the season. I do think that makes a little bit of sense. And he wants to come here, which I like a lot. We got all 3 perfect. Now we have the 14th overall pick and the 18th overall pick. There's some running backs on the board that I really don't want to do. I think we're going to end up taking Kendall Hunter, but I want to look around in case something blows me away, which at the 14th pick is probably not going to happen. I could definitely see myself sit, or was it Hunter? Yeah, Hunter, and I think we could probably take Mitchell at the same time just to kind of build up the offensive line. We'll have Johnson, Green, Mitchell, Hunter. And we really won't have to worry about it for what, like 8 seasons? Something like that? Oh, yeah. Let's take Kendall Hunter. Hidden development, easy, 91 strength. Yeah, I do think that makes the most sense. Let's take Colin Mitchell, scheme fit, which is great. Add him to the team. Hidden development, 85 strength, a little low, but I think it'll work out. In the second round, we're going to take Cam Gray, the running back. I think he looks good. Yeah, hidden development, that's big. Plus, we have Pierce, so good 1-2 combo. This had to have been a fantastic draft. Hunter 73, Mitchell 74, Gray 74. Let's not talk about the rest. I feel like this whole rebuild is going to just kind of lay with how Will Levis does because we're an 80 overall team. We fixed the whole offensive line. We don't have Brandon Cooks. Oh, no, we do have Brandon Cooks. He's injured, apparently. I was going to say, where did he go? He wasn't going to be a free agent. Hardman, Pierce, Gray, Bryce Young, of course. Then the defense is really not that bad. Smith's up the star. We're 3 deep at corner with Desmond King being an X factor. I mean, we're looking good. We could use some better edges. I'll give you that. But I think we're in good shape. You hate to see this. The Jaguars won the division at 8-9. Everybody else 7-10. Like we couldn't just win 1 or 2 more games? Maybe sneak into the playoffs? Shouldn't be that hard to ask for. Bryce Young. What happened? 4,200 yards, 25-11. I do think we're going to mess around with the scheme and the playbook before the start of the next season. Dameon Pierce, 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Or is it Dameon Pierce? Might be Dameon Pierce. My bad. Miller, 420 with 3. Gray with 1. Okay. Nico Collins, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Musgrave, 950 with 6. Cooks, 940 with 4. Hardman, a little bit of a down year, 836, 6 touchdowns. Christian Harris leading the team in tackles with 134. Edwards with 106. Sack totals, 13 for Josh Allen. Love it. 8 for Ed Oliver. Getting that pressure on. Interceptions, 2 for Allen, 2 for Harris, 1 for Edwards, 1 for King. And I really want to see this. So we're 23rd in offensive yards again. Defensive yards, 17th. Okay. Josh Allen with the MVP. Then Russell Wilson's up there. Prescott, Richardson, Justin Fields. Interesting. Didn't do that for me, that's for sure. AFC offensive player, Josh Jacobs. Interesting. Still in Oakland. I was going to say Oakland. Las Vegas. Defensive player of the year, Khalil Mack. Probably nothing. Offensive rookie. Drafted a bunch of offensive linemen. And then we have Whitfield at 4 for defensive rookie. So Hunter and Mitchell had star development. So Mitchell's going to be a 78. Hunter's going to be a 77. Perfect. 4 for Young gets us up to an 88. Gray we don't know much about, but hidden development still with 3. I do think we're in good shape as of right now. The New York Giants, with I assume Daniel Jones, beat Kenny Pickett and the Steelers 28-21. Xavier McKinney, Super Bowl MVP. And I just saw today that Daniel Jones wants like $40 million a year. If he could do this, then sure. Other than that, not so sure. And of course, we're still going to have a ton of money, $171 million. Mason can go, Cooks can go. Hardman, I'm unfortunately going to have to bring back. Desmond King can go. Nico Collins is not playing that bad. I just don't really think he's the answer as I go make him an offer. But for cheap money, when we really don't have a ton of options, we're going to have to look in the draft for something at receiver. Other than that, Mecole Hardman, what did this just... Okay. Not sure why he's there twice, but let's just worry about... Where is he? Mecole Hardman. I mean, at 27 years old, we can give him a 3-year deal. Still not really be too worried about it. Perfect. Now, here's where we have to hope there's a big-time receiver here. And, of course, there is in Jalen Waddle, who is definitely coming to my team. No question about it. 7 years. Give him all the money. Overpay him. What doesn't he like about our team? Our head coach, don't really blame you. So, let's go up to... We're going to go 19, and we're actually going to go up to 14? I think 14 is the play there. He's definitely going to come to this team. Nobody else even made an offer at Jalen Waddle. They know. They know he's coming here. Imagine if we got St. Brown at the same time. I kind of want to do it. I'm not going to lie. Ooh, Greg Newsome will be a good pickup. I don't think we have to really worry about that, though. Kwity Paye. He's a scheme fit, which we're probably going to mess around with, but I'm going to up the money a little bit. I don't even know. Let's go to Target really quick. Though he does have an offer from the Bears. I'm going to be really bad. Really, really bad. We're going to go 2 7-year offers, and we're going to pay all kinds of crazy money for St. Brown. What's that looking like? We could probably do it. Imagine being the Dolphins. You're like, we don't want Jalen Waddle. Give us St. Brown. Be insanity. Can't they offer more money to him? Do I do the same amount of money? I don't think you could do that. Where's that put us? Tied? That's unfortunate. We're just going to roll the dice. We actually got both of them. That's kind of crazy. I'm going to take a look around, see if I can pick up any players to fill out the roster. I ended up just bringing back Desmond King on a 1-year deal. Keep him on the squad. So we have the 8th overall pick. There's nobody at the top that I'm like, I had to have this guy on my team other than maybe Cameron. Because I'm not going running back. I'm not going right tackle. Not going linebacker, middle linebacker, I should say. If Kenny Palmer's good, that might be the play. But now that I'm looking at Gregory Alexander, we do have to worry about the ends. Not a scheme fit. Not too worried about that. Add him to the team. Hidden development. Perfect. I know we have a free safety in Smith, but his contract's going to be coming up pretty soon. So let's take Tavarius Spikes, who does seem like he'll be good. Hidden development. What a pick in the 2nd round. Not a great draft. We got Alexander, 72 overall. We got Spikes, 74 overall. The rest, jump. So we are an 83 overall team. The only thing holding us back on offense would be our right guard, but I think with Waddle, St. Brown, Hardman, Collins, I don't think Bryce Young, with Tampa Bay's scheme and playbook, by the way, shouldn't have a problem. Then on defense, we do have to get a little bit better on the line. I know we've been working on that. Ed Oliver will be back. Don't you worry. I thought about maybe trading away Smith, but let's not just throw Spikes into the starting role. Let's go to the playoff. Not sure how it happened, but we went 5-12. So we're going to have a good draft pick. We'll take some positives out of it, I suppose. Colts 12-5, Jags 10-7, Tennessee 9-8. Bryce Young, not bad for yards, 4,600 yards. 25-14, though, is not great, especially for Tampa's playbook. Might have to find Dallas's or the Chiefs. I don't know. Pierce 637, 14 touchdowns. What happened, Gray? Day 1 starter. Didn't really start him, to be fair. But St. Brown, 95 catches, 1,200 yards, 14 touchdowns. Waddle, 86 catches, 1,100 yards with 6. Hardman 2, 809. Musgrave a little bit of a drop-off. On defense, Edwards 141. Love it. Sack totals 8.5 for Allen, 7.5 for Oliver. 3 for Alexander, no, not bad. Interceptions, 2 for Edwards, 1, 1, and 1. 28th in offensive yards. I don't know how that happened. 30th in defense. Is Tampa's playbook worse than the Texans? Did I screw Bryce Young? Richardson, MVP, so clearly not. What is going on? I told you, though. Cowboys, Chiefs, probably should look into that. Coach of the Year, Doug Peterson. AFC Offensive Player, I doubt. Oh, no, St. Brown's up there, 9. Not bad. Defensive Player, TJ Watt, nothing. Offensive Rookie, nothing. Defensive Rookie, Alexander at 4. What do you know? Dallas Cowboys beat the Jaguars 24-21. Parsons, Super Bowl MVP. Makes a ton of sense. So we don't have to pay Bryce Young quite yet. That'll be after the season. We have $108 million. Pierce. Now, somebody did criticize that I let David Montgomery go and my Bears rebuild. This almost makes me want to bring him back. Pietre will bring back. King can go. Stingley will bring back. Green will bring back. Harris? Probably not. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm kind of confused. I really do hate it. That's a lot of money. He's an 89 overall. I want to go with my gut that says you don't re-sign running backs, even though that's such a cheap deal. But we have Gray. Pierce isn't playing incredible. Unfortunately, I'm going to let him go. If you want to criticize again, have at. That leaves us with $78 million. We are going to have to keep in mind that Bryce Young is going to be a free agent. I'm going to actually try to do the 5-year option if we can. I wish we needed some receivers. Garrett Wilson, George Pickens. Be a lot of fun. David Pierce. I'd love to bring in Isaiah Pacheco. That'd be great as well, but it doesn't really make a ton of sense for our team. The only thing that would make sense, you know what? Nah, I guess that doesn't make sense because we have Ed Oliver. I was trying to think if maybe we had 2 defensive tackles, could have both of them at the same time, but I guess that doesn't make a ton of sense. Right guard, though, let's, Zion Johnson doesn't want to come here, but I don't really care. So I also made offers to Grady Jarrett, who's not going to take it. And also, I also made offers to Grady Jarrett. He's probably not going to take the offer. But Marcus Jones, scheme fit, 27 years old, star development from the Patriots. Yes, I'm a Patriots fan. I think those are some good moves that can help this team. And we got the 2 I thought we were going to get. And here's the 5th-year option for Bryce Young. Of course, you're going to take that. So we had the 5th overall pick. A lot of the players in the top 5, 2 quarterbacks, 2 receivers. We don't need any of that, so I've been looking at the trade offers, and I think our best bet is probably, I believe, what team was it? I believe Washington. So we're that's the 29. I totally read that wrong. Okay, we're going to trade with the Patriots, and they took a quarterback in Joseph Trout. Wow. We don't need a receiver, but if somebody's going to fall out of the top 5 to 21, it'd almost be wrong not to take him. So Alex Camp, hidden development, love that, 93 speed, seems good. We need a guard. So let's take a tackle. Hidden development, 83 strength. Whew. Another safety in Sidney Teague, hidden development. Another top-heavy draft, 75 for Camp, 71 for Stockton, 72 for Teague. Trash for the rest. Our team is so loaded in offense. We're an 84 overall. Gray is going to be starting, which is good. But I mean, Waddle, St. Brown, Hardman, Collins, Camp. Hard to pass up on that. Then on defense, little weak at right end. I'll give you that. Everything else looks fantastic. Another just awful division. We went 7-10. Jaguars 1-9-8. Colts 8-9. Tennessee 6-11. And I did change my playbook to Dallas. So keep that in mind. That's more like it. 5,100 yards, 36-18. I'll take that any day of the week. Miller, don't know why you have all the yards, but 218, 9 touchdowns for our starter. Our day 1 starter, mind you. St. Brown, 1,600 yards, 14 touchdowns. Waddle, 1,200 with 6. Hardman, 900 with 5. Musgrave, 806 with 7. Edwards leading the team, 135 tackles. I love that. Sack totals, 10 for Josh Allen, 9.5 for Ed Oliver. Interceptions, 5 for Marcus Jones. That's why we brought him in. 3 for Smith, who will be out the door. 2 for Spikes, 2 for Pietre. We're only 11th in offensive yards? Okay, maybe we have to change the defense, 24th. Could Bryce Young take it home, though? I don't care about weekly award. Yearly award. Trey Lance. We're not even in the top 10. Why not? Why not? I don't get it. Offensive player, Joe Mixon. Wow, interesting. St. Brown at 3. I like that. Defensive player, Tyree Wilson. We have Josh Allen at 10. Offensive rookie, nothing. Defensive rookie, nothing. Interesting so far. 2 Super Bowls for the Cowboys. 2 Super Bowls for the Giants. But they have Lamar Jackson dominating the Bengals 35-3. We have to figure out how to turn this around. So we have $44 million. Edwards is gone. Smith is gone. Musgrave is actually playing pretty well. Took him year 1. Wasn't really anything special to me, but he was special in our hearts, wasn't he? Musgrave, no. Miller, absolutely not. Do I franchise? Sure. So we have $30 million. We don't want Max Crosby. We don't want Tunzel. We don't want Jeremy Simmons. Lindstrom, no. But look at Robinson. 24 years old. I know I said don't pay the guy, or pay the running backs, I should say, but that is a lot of skill, scheme fit, big market, franchise quarterback. Maybe he's the missing piece. I doubt it, but maybe he's the missing piece. Sometimes this game does like to throw me for a loop, so you just never know. So are we in the lead? What is going on? Why is our offer not even up there? This game's really glitching because I just took it back and then made the same offer again. I guess we'll just ignore it for now. We're fine at corner. I do think more than likely we don't really need Michael Mayer, even though it would be interesting. We have Musgrave. We franchise tagged him. I think we'll be fine. Let's see if we get Robinson. Doesn't even say we made him an offer. He's on the team. So we have pick 9. We have pick 11. And what I really want, even though there's some quarterbacks on the board that doesn't make sense, I want to take one of these ends. I'm not really sure which one would be better for our team. It does say top fit the Houston Texans. Runs a 4.64, fourth in the bench reps. He's on our team. Hidden development, love it. We're so young and good at almost every single position that there's not much up here that I'm dying to take. But what I do think I'm going to do, because TJ Edwards is gone, is we're going to take Sean Golden. Hidden development, love it. Woo! Second round, Ben Sykes, left outside linebacker, hidden development. I'm very good at the top of the draft. I mean, 74 for Middleton, 74 for Golden, 72 for Sykes. I just wish I could hit on these later picks. I know that's a lot harder to do in real life, so I get it. But it is a video game after all. So we are an 88 overall team with the Dallas Cowboys playbook. We should be able to walk into the playoffs. Look at all these weapons. Camp ended up being superstar development. Then let's just take a little look on the defense. Good from the tippity top to the tippity bottom. That doesn't make any sense, but let's go to the playoffs. I mean, I'm pretty good at going 7-10. If there was a record for that, a Super Bowl for that, I'd have it easy. Colts 12-5, Jags 8-9, Tennessee 7-10. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with these playbooks and these schemes, but I definitely have to look into it more. Because Bryce Young has, I think, 700 yards less yards. Does have a good touchdown interception ratio, 4,500 yards, 35-9. But we shouldn't be 7-10. Robinson 1,200 yards, 18 touchdowns. I love that. Easy. Receiving St. Brown 1,100 yards with 12. Waddle 935 with 8. Harmon 870 with 7. Musgrave with 4. Even Robinson with 3. 21 touchdowns on the season. Golden, 143 tackles for the rookie. Love that. 10 sacks for Allen, 9 for Oliver. They're probably both going to be gone after this season or next. Interception yards, not really concerned about it. 5 interceptions for Stingley, 4 for Pietre, 3 for Jones, 3 for Okuda. Anthony Richardson, MVP again, back to back. My guy nowhere to be found. Brian Daboll, Coach of the Year, fair. Offensive player, Jonathan Taylor. Ooh, look at Robinson at 3. Okay. Defensive player, nothing. Offensive rookie, nothing. Defensive rookie, Golden 1, Middleton number 2. Golden with superstar development, Middleton with X Factor. Look at Spikes with X Factor. We're loaded. Even Sykes star development. There's nobody, and I mean nobody, that's going to get in our way other than EA, other than the playbooks, the schemes. Other than that, we're unstoppable. This is almost an insult. Better yet, I'm pretty sure it is an insult. The Bears won the Super Bowl, beating the Bengals 38-35. Well, it's about time we open up that wallet, open up the purse, and we're going to have to pay Bryce Young. Allen can go, Hardman can go, Johnson will be coming back, Mitchell will be coming back, and Hunter. Why are they all free agents? I don't know if we're going to have the money for this. I think we're going to pay the cheaper guys first, and if we have the franchise tag, Young will do it. So we gave Bryce Young the 7-year offer, and actually Johnson turned us down, so he's going to get franchise tagged. That's going to leave us with no money. Now, since we franchise tagged Johnson, with the 10th overall pick, we're going to take left tackle Terrence Stringer. Hidden development, that's good. 84 strength, a little on the low side. I'm really good at drafting ends, apparently. Earl Brown, left end, hidden development. I'm usually awful at it. I hope this isn't top heavy, but I have a feeling it's going to be. Yep, Stringer 74, Brown 72, Wood 72. Nothing else. So we are an 88 overall team heading into the year. We have Bryce Young up to a 94 overall. We have Robinson 97. We got St. Brown. We got Waddle. We got Camp. Great offensive line. Not so much a tight end. But look at this defense. X factors all the way around. Superstars all the way around. I think we will make the playoffs this year. Big surprise, I did not make the playoffs, and in fact, I'm last in our division at 6-11, tied with the Colts, Tennessee 11-6, Jaguars 10-7. I have a feeling I'm going to mess with the playbook and the scheme again. I've done it 3 times so far. But Bryce Young, 4,500 yards, 33-16, says he's our franchise quarterback. I'll take their word for it. Robinson, 1,000 with 6. St. Brown, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns. Incredible. Camp, 1,000 with 4. But Jalen Waddle, what's happening? 755, 7 touchdowns? He was hurt, but that was for 1 game because of practice. I have injuries turned off. And what is this name? Sam Laporta, 989, 5 touchdowns. Sean Golden leading the team, 135 tackles. Sack totals, we have 7 for Ed Oliver, so nothing that great. Interceptions, 4 for Golden. Maybe top 10 defensive player of the year. That'd be nice. 3 for Okudah, 2 for Stingley. Josh Allen, MVP on a 9-8 team. Okay. Richardson's up there, of course. Coach of the year, Arthur Smith, if you say so. Offensive player, Joe Mixon's going to take it home. Would be nice to have a running back. I was going to say a quarterback. A running back to get up here, but our guys just can't get the job done. Gregory Rousseau, defensive player of the year. Really? I guess I have no idea what it takes to get up here. A lot of sacks, I know that, but other than that, no clue. McKenzie at 3 for offensive rookie, defensive rookie, nothing. The Chiefs beat the Falcons 43-37, Mahomes Super Bowl MVP. That's the first team in the AFC to win the Super Bowl in this video. I don't know how often that happens. Now, we have $34 million, so we're going to let Ed Oliver go. We'll bring back Paris Johnson. Okudah can go. Marcus Jones can go. Spikes will bring back. Alexander will bring back. Alvarez will bring back. I don't love that. I don't know if we have the money for all that. We're going to worry about Spikes first. Let's give him, we'll go 5 years. I guess he won't be that expensive because he's a 90 or 83 overall, sorry. And he turned us down. I mean, that franchise tag is nothing, $16 million. Like, you'll take that any day of the week. Let's increase the money a little bit for Gregory Alexander. He's going to come back to the team. And then it's just Paris Johnson, who I'm going to, okay, we can't even make this up. I think what we're going to do, I know he's 27, so that is pretty young, but I feel a little bit more consistent at drafting offensive linemen, so we're going to franchise tag Spikes, and then we'll head to the draft. So we have the 6th overall pick, and part of me wants to take a new quarterback. I know we just signed Bryce Young long-term, so that doesn't make any sense. So we're going to pass up on Tommy Barnett. Don't need an end. Like I said, I'm pretty good at drafting offensive linemen. So what I'm going to do is actually take Sterling Hamilton, A, awareness, A, impact blocking, add him to the team, hidden development, but only 83 strength. And we just lost Ed Oliver, so we're going to take Taylor Gilmore, defensive tackle, who also has hidden development, 91 strength, 80 acceleration, even 80 jumping. Not a bad draft at all. Hamilton's a 73, Gilmore 71, Gallery 68. Don't really care about that. But Matthew 70, Espinosa 69. That's so interesting. So we're an 86 overall team. Hamilton's the right tackle we just drafted, and the computer put him at tight end because we don't have anybody. And you know what? We're going to let it ride. We're going to see what's going to happen with that. I am going to mess around a little bit with our scheme and everything, but we're looking good in offense and defense as of right now. It seems no matter what I do, we go 6-11 because we're 6-11 again. It's almost like the standings are the same, except the Colts were also 6-11, I believe. But Tennessee 12-5, Jags 10-7, Colts 9-8. So I read online that Atlanta has the best offensive playbook and scheme in the game, and they said that Marcus Mariota and who's the guy they just drafted? It's gonna pass me by. I don't remember what it is, but it said they got like 5,800 yards, 55 touchdowns. Doesn't seem like it. 4,500 yards, 29-14 for Bryce Young. Robinson, 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns. St. Brown, 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns. Is fantastic. Waddle, though, a little bit of a drop-off. 718 with 3, 2 for Camp. Camp's kind of a huge surprise. Golden, 150 for touchdowns, touchdowns. Tackles, just about. Sack totals, 5 for Alexander. And interceptions, 4 for Golden. I mean, someday I'll figure out the playbooks and the schemes. Anthony Richardson, MVP for the Buccaneers. Never going to happen for us. Ramiro Gallo, Coach of the Year. Offensive player is Carter. Ooh, we do have St. Brown up there at 7. Okay. Defensive player, Gregory Rousseau. Yes, Sean Golden sneaking up there finally. Offensive rookie, we did Epinonsa at 10. And then we have Jason Matthews, the corner, at number 2. It's crazy that we have a 90 overall team basically once they upgrade, and we go 6-11. So we drafted Hamilton. We still don't know, but he has 2 XP points, so probably star development. And then defensive tackle, Gilmore, still don't know, but 4 is the number 4, like the 4th string guy. That might be superstar. The AFC going a little bit of a run. Jaguars beating Seattle 24-21, Trevor Lawrence, Super Bowl MVP. I think what we're going to do is give Bryce Young to the end of this contract, probably like 1 or 2 years left, then we'll trade him away if it's not going well. And then we'll move on to a different quarterback. I was reading while simulating that strong arm's the best quarterback to get. I'm not exactly sure why, so maybe we'll try to look into that. Pietre can go. Spikes is going to come back. Camp is going to come back. Stockton's going to come back. Teague, not Patterson. So not a ton of options. Actually, Theo Jackson, I guess we don't need to bring him back. Yeah, we have $67 million. So the only person to turn us down is Spikes again, and he's going to get franchise tagged again, earn an extra $1 million when I offered him way more than that last year. So we have $25.8 million. What we really need is an outside linebacker and some corner help. I like the Trey Lance is just sitting there. Is there going to be anything that I want to take? We actually could go George Kittle on a 1-year deal, age 36. Kind of crazy, still a 92 overall. I know I said outside linebacker and corner, but give me George Kittle. Give Bryce Young one more weapon to throw to. Let's now actually go to the positions we need. Bennett, not that bad, but I'd rather go with the guy Clark. He is 30 years old. I get that, but I would like to draft people if we can. Take a 2-year offer. I think that'll be good. And then let's see if we get our 2 guys. Really? Did we actually? Oh, no. Okay, we're on outside linebacker. Let's not be ridiculous here. We got the bull. So we had the 5th overall pick, so a top 5 player is going to be here. And, of course, there is 2, both quarterbacks. Scrambler, improviser. Gonna pass on both. Field general. I really do wish we were just gonna take a quarterback right now. I don't want to, though. And there's really nothing I want to take at the moment. So let's actually see if there's some trade-off. My reasoning being, let's get ready for the future when we actually end up having to trade Bryce Young and get a new quarterback. I think that would make the most sense. It's like, okay, let's say there better be some 1-and-1. There's only, okay, there's 2. So we're in 2030, so we could get the 20th pick. I believe that's the best offer we had. Yeah, let's trade with the Falcons, even though they just made the Super Bowl, I believe, 2 years ago. I just figure at some point we are going to have to trade up. We're going to have to take a quarterback. So let's just get ready for that. And the thing we're going to do right now, I wish some of these receivers were a little bit better, but I understand we're at 20. Let's go. We're going to go Spencer Bates. I know we have Spikes at strong safety, but hidden development, 90 speed, 89 acceleration. Seems like a great player. I'm secretly hoping that a quarterback fell to the 2nd round and I could just take him, keep him on the bench. Of course, it didn't happen. It's kind of disappointing. What am I going to do with this pick? Do I just go with a running back? Maybe. I don't love that corner. I was going to say maybe go with a corner. Actually, let's go with Clarence Mitchell, receiver. B release, C deep route, B catching. He could have A catch in traffic. Normal development, that's all right. But 91 speed, 95 jumping, 88 change of direction. We'll take that. I don't think this is going to be a good draft. Wow, okay, I'm wrong. Bates is a 75. Mitchell, 74. Milner, 71. And look at Newton down at running back, 70. One thing I do want to look at is all the NFL. The highest overall, 81 overall, Jack O'Doyle. Of course, we couldn't have taken him. Is that the best? It is the best. I imagine, is it 81 overall? Is that like one of those, what is it called? Like all-generation type players? I think that's what they called him. He only has superstar. That's kind of crazy. Hamilton ended up being superstar, and the defensive tackle, Gilmore, also superstar. So I'm going to make him, actually, if I just rearrange it, he's going to start. But we're going to put Hamilton over to right guard. The offensive line will be good. The computer actually took a quarterback, and Jarrett, 65 overall with hidden. Can't imagine it'll be any good. But once again, I'm going to mess around with the scheme, mess around with the playbook, then we'll go to the playoffs. We have yet to get a positive record. We're 8-9 again. I changed the playbook and scheme to the Buccaneers, who Anthony Richardson wins the Super Bowl every single year, MVP every single year. Sorry. But Jaguars 11-6, Tennessee and the Colts 10-7. I almost feel like I should change my playbook to theirs. He even had incredible stats. 5,100 yards, 32-7. Won't be in the top 10 for MVP, I can guarantee you that. Robinson, 1,000 yards, 15 touchdowns. Great year. St. Brown, 1,300 yards on 103 catches, 9 touchdowns. Waddle, 1,000 with 7. I imagine both of them will be gone after this year. Probably. I probably signed them, year 2 or year 3? We're in year 8, I believe. And I probably gave him 5-year contracts, maybe 6. I don't exactly remember. It's something in that range. Camp, 983 with 3. Kittle, 962 with 3. Look at this pickup. Clark, 151 tackles. Golden, 124. Sack totals, 12.5 for Middleton. About time. 4 for Woods. Interceptions, 3 for Golden. Not going to be top 10 for MVP, our defensive player. 2 for Stingley, 2 for Teague. We're actually 13th in offensive yards. 24th in defensive yards. Sounds about right. Richardson, hey! Surprise, surprise. We're not even, I don't, what does it take to get up there? Offensive player. Is our quarterback up here? Of course he's not. Defensive player. At this point, it almost feels like we're looking at the wrong conference. I know we're not, but that's what it seems like. Middleton at 8, offensive rookie, Mitchell at 4, defensive rookie, Bates at 2, and Milner at 3. So the 2 players we care about was Bates, who has star development, and then we took, why can't I remember the other guy we took? I feel like it was Brown. Definitely wasn't Brown, but it feels like it was Brown. Speak of the devil, Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat the Chiefs 38-17. Anthony Richardson, Super Bowl MVP. We have 41.5, or I guess it says 42 million. In the last screen, it said 41.5, but 42 million in cap space. Golden, we're bringing back. Spikes, I'm going to try again. Middleton, we are in big, big trouble because I like to bring back Sykes at the same time. Okay, so we're going to focus on Middleton first and Golden first. And if Spikes wants to come back with another franchise tag, he can. Now that I think about it, we just drafted Bates. So we actually don't need Spikes, even though I do want to bring it back. It's kind of funny to keep him under a franchise tag year in, year out. We're not going to do that. Let's bring back Ben Sykes. Very cheap deal. Really? What's the franchise for that? Ugh. I guess we're fine. So we have enough money for like a mid-tier player. We're not going to go Pierce, Higgins. I'd like to get a younger player if possible. Do we get Whitaker? Actually, Kittle might already be retired. Why not? Let's get Jerry Whitaker, 5-year deal, big time offer. Don't know if he's going to take it. We're in first place, so he's probably going to. There he is. Well, just looked at Bryce Young's contract. He has 4 years left. I don't know when that rolls over, so technically it could be 3. I think it would have by now. So we're not going to take a quarterback. We're really not going to take anything worthwhile, which is unfortunate because we could just bolster. Because what do we lose? We lost a safety and an outside linebacker. And we just brought back Golden, so even middle linebacker doesn't make a ton of sense. I hate this. Do we just take the strong arm quarterback? Why not? Devin Hunter, welcome to the team. Normal development. What a joke. And the reason I did that is because we also have the 23rd overall pick, so we could get one of those other players I wanted. Really, the middle linebacker's gone. That's disappointing. That was going to be my pick. Let's go. Alexander Gray, cornerback. Seems pretty good. Hidden development, perfect with 94 speed. They just let top-tier offensive linemen fall to the second round. We took right tackle Cordell Wilkinson, hidden development. Not bad at all. Hunter, quarterback, 75 overall. Gray's a 76. Wilkinson, 72. Winter, 70. Frazier, 71. Carter, 73. So we are an 88 overall team. We're still loaded, top to bottom. We're probably going to go, what have we been going? We've gone 7-10 the most, so I'm going to go for a 7-10 season. Let's go to the playoff. Oh, my God. We made the playoffs at 13-4. Look at the division, too. Jags 10-7, Colts 10-7. Usually, this is when all the other teams are doing awful. But we're 13-4, which is not good enough for the first round bye, which is a little concerning. Let's see how well the Raiders did. They went 13-4, too. That's disappointing. Bryce Young, great season. 4,900 yards, 35 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Almost like picking up Hunter kind of lit a fire under his ass. You know what I mean? Robinson, 1,200 yards, 16 touchdowns. Kind of what Jordan Love did to Rodgers. St. Brown, 111 catches, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. This is great. Camp, 81 touchdowns. 81 catches, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. Waddle, 88 catches, 1,100 yards with 4. Golden, only 109 tackles. I don't love that. I just gave you a big-time contract. You're going to do that to me? 10 sacks for Middleton, 6.5 for Brown. Interceptions, 5 for Bates. Love that. Almost seems like Spikes was holding us down. 3 for Teague, 2 for Golden, Neighbors, and Stingley. 16th in offensive yards. Is our defense good, maybe? 7th. All right. Richardson. Oh, Patrick Mahomes. Where is Richardson? Number 9. Okay, he didn't go too far. He's still up there. Coach of the year. Taking it home. We will write that one down. The only award we've gotten so far, number 1, I believe. I think that's right. Offensive player, Josh Jacobs. Nothing. Defensive player, Tyree Wilson. Nothing. Offensive rookie, Carter at 5. Defensive rookie, nothing. Oh, no, great at 9. I like this. It says the first of many. It's taken us 8 years to make the playoffs, but now he's like, yeah, the first of many. We've had an 88 overall team basically every single year. Top of the game. Let's see if we can take down the Chiefs. This will be a tough game. Really? So we're going left. It's 7-7, 14-7. Bryce Young, don't let me down. Don't you sneak into the playoffs. Or I guess it's not sneaking. Going 13-4 and then losing. We're totally going to lose. 28-20, 35-20 with a quarter left. 35-27. We need a touchdown here. That's huge. They scored again. Then we lost. I mean, we can't be totally mad about that. It was 42-35. But I know for 100% of a fact, I'm going to look at this. Bryce Young, it says 3 touchdowns. I didn't even look. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. All right, we'll look. Don't worry. As I was saying, it's going to say Bryce Young has like 3 interceptions. Guaranteed. Only 1, but look at Mahomes. 301, 6 touchdowns. Who's he throwing it to? Tony had 3. That's our guys. Carter, Smith, Irv Smith. That's interesting. Is Kelsey gone? He must be gone by now, actually. The Giants have now won their 3rd Super Bowl in this video, beating the Jets, a New York game, 35-24, Lamar, Super Bowl MVP. We have $107 million, which means Waddle's going to be gone or St. Brown's going to be gone, right? Or both. Even better. Mitchell can go, Hunter can go, Stingley can go. We'll bring back Earl Brown. Clark can go. Stringer will bring back. Woods will bring back. I'm going to see where that leaves us after bringing back all our young guys. I have to bring back one of these guys. And it's probably going to be maybe St. Brown. I don't know. So we're still left with $88 million. They both want to come back to some degree. It's so much money. I know he's 32, 97 overall, so it's not the worst idea because we'll also have Camp on the team. And maybe we could pick somebody up in the draft, but I'm definitely not going to bring back both of the old fellas. So what we really need is a center. And I don't think I'm going to be able to find one of those. So really, I think we might hold on to most of the money unless we just throw it at Jalen Waddle on like a 1-year deal. Because I could probably draft an offense. Like I know I could draft. Oh, that's Colin Mitchell. Never mind. I know I could draft a good offensive lineman. By the way, Gray, who we just drafted, X Factor. Great pick by me. Pat myself on the back. I know. I think we're going to bring Stingley back on a 1-year deal, and then maybe we'll go for Waddle. I just made the biggest 1-year offer to Jalen Waddle that you're ever going to see. It's like 20-20. But let's see if we're going to get both of our guys. We did. Good. Let's go to the draft. It's crazy how many offensive linemen are good in the draft. Like, I could get anybody. Maybe I'll just actually go with a center. Why not? Al Coleman. I kind of like the name. Oh, really? Normal development. I might have made a big mistake. I don't think this is a great draft. Even though Coleman's a 77, but we got Ratliff receiver, not hidden development, normal development 72, Smiley left guard 72, the rest junk. There's a lot of pressure. So Bryce Young's getting near the end of his contract. We did make the playoffs once, which is not impressive. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 years. Not that impressive. I think I said 8 last time, but 9 years. Not that impressive, but I do think we'll actually sneak our way into the playoffs. Not go 13-4, maybe go, I don't know, 10-7, 12-5, 12-6, 12-6, 12-5, something in that range. There it is, back to 8-9 for the 3rd time in the video. Jags and Tennessee 10-7, the Colts 9-8. And of course he has a great year, 5,000 yards, 43-13. It's so hard to trade him away. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Robinson 1,100 with 10. St. Brown 105 catches, about 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns. He'll be in top 10 for offensive player. Waddle 89 catches, 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. Camp with 8. Whitaker with 11. So George Kittle gone out the door. Golden 137 for tackles, 115 for Milner. Sack totals 9.5 for Middleton, 6 for Wilner, and interceptions 5 for Stingley, 4 for Golden. We're 8th in offensive yards too. I know our division is good, but we should not be 8-9. All right, defensive yards, I get it. I have to look. We're gonna have to look at that in 1 second. Actually, Bryce Young though up at 5. Let's check it out. No, they're not gonna let us check it out now. We'll check that out in 1 second. I believe that might be his like 5th MVP minimum. Coach of the year Arthur Smith. Offensive player, we have to have him up here. Bryce Young at 6, St. Brown at 9. Defensive player, Will Anderson. Golden at 10. Offensive rookie, Stern at 6. Defensive rookie, nothing. Look at those stats. 5,600 yards, 51-11. He had 64 touchdowns in 2025. I almost don't want to even look at this. Where are the MVPs? 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4. Feels like it's more though. This is what I mean. The internet says the Falcons playbook and scheme is great. They beat the Raiders 42-30. Granted, they have Justin Herbert, but I have to go look at his stats. Maybe it's just Bryce Young, which would be wild, but it is a possibility, unfortunately. That's not that great. That's really not that great. So we know Jalen Waddle's going to be here. I'm going to let him go. Same for Stingley. Alexander, even at this point, we should let him go. We'll bring back Hamilton. We'll bring back Matthews for sure, and Gilmore and Neighbors. That's really not going to eat up much of our money. We have so much money, but there's really nothing we're dying to get. Maybe an outside linebacker, maybe a different end. So do we go with like Thibodeau, and do we bring in Garrett Williams just because of like 1-year deals? Get a CD Lamb to pair with St. Brown and, why am I forgetting his name? Camp. Maybe. There's nothing really. Brian Burns, like a 1-year deal. I don't really love that either. We have a lot of 1-year offers on the table, and then we have a 3-year offer for Jeremy Rose, left end. Let's see if we get all of our guys. We sure did. So we have the 11th overall pick. We really haven't lost anybody that we have to worry about, but we just signed a bunch of one-year guys. I wish there was like a top tier receiver up here that I could just take, solidify the receiver group, but it's not going to happen. There's nothing. Nothing but trash at pick number 11. I hate that I'm probably going to take an offensive lineman, which is the most boring pick of all time. You know what? No. Let's go with the Ricky Roth. Hidden development. I love that. I mean, is this a joke? AAA for left tackle. Welcome to the Houston Texans. I mean, that's a slam dunk. So Roth and Grayson were 73 overalls, but Bigsby, who had hidden development, only a 68. That's pretty disappointing. So Bryce Young has 2 years left. If he does not do well this year, he's gone. And we're going to trade him either in the offseason or before the start of next season. If he goes, I mean, he has to make the playoffs. We've made the playoffs once in 10 years. Just once. And I don't even know what his overall is. Is it in the 90s? He's a superstar X Factor. I think like a 96 overall. 99 overall. What do I know? With 3 X Factor weapons, 2 superstar weapons, a great offensive line. I mean, this is out of this world. The defense is good. There's no excuse anymore. So we did make the playoffs. We got the first round bye at 14-3. But I have to be honest, I'm a little worried. This is almost like Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco went on a run, won a Super Bowl, and took the Ravens down from within. And I really, really, really don't want that to happen. But I mean, come on. 5,600 yards, 46-8. It's no 63 touchdowns by Richardson, but it's awesome. Robinson, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Lamb, 111 catches, 1,700 yards, 16 touchdowns. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. St. Brown, 81 catches, 1,000 yards with 11. Whitaker, 1,000 with 7. Camp, about 1,000 with 7. This might be the year we win it. Golden with 128 tackles, 117 for Milner. Sack totals, 15.5 for Middleton, 12 for Thibodeau, 10.5 for Rose. And interceptions, 3 for Williams, 3 for Coleman, 2 for Golden, 2 for Milner. And we're first in offensive yards. What's the defense? 13th. Love it. I don't think we're going to win the MVP. I stand corrected. MVP, writing that down. We're going to remember that was Bryce Young. Richardson, sorry, you can't win it. Get out of here. Coach of the year, number 2. This is great. Nope, we won AFC. CD Lamb. Wow. What do we write? Offensive player of year 1. And I'm going to write Lamb next to it. Bryce Young's at number 2. I thought actually we might have somebody else up there. Zach Harrison, defensive player of the year. Middleton at 7. Offensive rookie, nothing. Defensive rookie, Roth at 9. I mean, that's nothing. We're playing the Kansas City Chiefs again, which is bad news because they dominated us last time. We kind of came back at the end, but overall they dominated us. Why do you just kick a field goal? It's 10-3. Bryce Young! Bryce Young! This is unbelievable. It's 24-13. Looks like we're one and done again. I like how you're putting up points near the end of the game. I have to get rid of him. I know he won MVP, but come on. I'm with you. I'm with you. He didn't even play that bad. I don't get it. I mean, I guess we lost to the Super Bowl champions, the Chiefs, who beat the Seahawks 14-10, but it doesn't feel. So Robinson's going to be a free agent. That kind of hurts. Williams, I'm not worried about. Stockton, I'm not worried about. Teague, I'm not worried about. Bates will bring back. Milner will bring back. Newton, Jarrett, not much. But granted, we don't have a ton of money. I might bring back Robinson. We're going to have to wait and see. At his age, I'm going to offer him a 2-year deal. And he's going to come back. That's good. Yeah, I think the rest could just go. Yeah. $27 million. Don't really have to replace much. And then Cameron Wilkinson sitting right there. Actually, St. Brown must have retired now that I think about it. We're adding Wilkinson. Actually, same thing for CD Lamb. We offered him a 1-year deal. So actually, we need don't have a ton of money. It's not good. I don't think this is going to do it. Does he have any offers? He does. Not a big one, though. This is a situation in a former Madden I go around cutting people, but we're just going to leave it up to the gaming gods, and we lost, unfortunately. St. Brown didn't retire. I swear I gave him a 2-year offer 3 years ago. But they all kind of blend together eventually. So maybe we'll try to pick somebody up in the draft. So we have the 28th overall pick. Of course, we could always go with offensive lineman. I don't want to do that. So right off the bat, I said we needed a receiver. we're going to take John Gaines just for the future because St. Brown has to be gone after this year. He just has to be. Hidden development, I love that with 94 speed. Not a great draft. So Gaines is 75, Rhodes is 69. It's not good. Not good at all. I know I'm going to regret this, but we have to stick with Bryce Young after an MVP season, 14-3 season. I know that's more of a team thing than a quarterback thing, but we're not the overall team. And I do think, I'm going to be wrong, but I do think we can make the playoffs again. And there it is, the 9-8 season, which means Bryce Young's about to be a free agent. I am going to franchise tag him at all cost. And then I want to say trade him, but I don't know if we have anything better. Another great year, too. 5,200 yards, 40-13. There's no excuse. I don't know. Robinson, 1,200 yards, 18 touchdowns. Maybe our defense is that bad. Look at St. Brown. 117 catches, about 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns. Maybe he could win Offensive Player of the Year. We're going to have to wait and see. Camp, 84 catches, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Gaines, the rookie, 930 with 6. Then on defense, Golden, 126 tackles. Sack totals, 9.5 for Thibodeau. That's not great for Middleton. I don't know what happened. Interceptions, 4 for Gray, 3 for Milner. Second in offensive yards, missed the playoffs. Our defense better not be top 15. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll allow it. Andrew Beach, MVP. What a name. Okay. We have Bryce Young at 7. I don't see Richardson anywhere. What happened? Coach of the Year, Arthur Smith. We wouldn't be up there. Offensive player, St. Brown. Taking it home. That's great. Okay, I'm going to write that one down. Defensive player, Greg Rousseau. He's winning all kinds of awards. Offensive rookie, we do have John Gaines at 2, which is great. Defensive rookie, nothing. One thing I do want to look at before we find out who won the Super Bowl, Gaines, star development. That's all right. Before XP, we'll take it. The Indianapolis Colts with Will Levis beat the Giants with Lamar Jackson 35-21. That is the 4th Super Bowl won by the AFC. We're in year 12. The rest, the other 8, all NFC, which I guess you could pick up on. So we have $171 million in cap space. Of course, we're going to franchise tag Bryce Young, trade him away like I said. Middleton will try to bring back. St. Brown can go. Thibodeau can go. Alex can't be 30 years old. That's kind of surprising. I thought he was going to be 28-ish, but I probably gave him a long-term contract maybe 6 years ago, something like that. Wilkinson will bring back. Carter will bring back. A lot of players I want to bring back. We actually could bring back Devin Hunter, who didn't really pan out. So I did re-sign Alex Camp, the receiver, to a 3-year deal. We're going to offer 1 year to Bryce Young, and he's just going to take it. All right. So Bryce Young is officially on the trade block, and Anthony Richardson is sitting there. Wow. We have $85.9 million. I know this probably isn't the plan I wanted to do, where you guys wanted to see maybe draft a running back, a quarterback, but I'm going to make an offer to Anthony Richardson. It puts us in play. I might offer a little bit more. What else we need is a receiver and a corner. So I'm going to go Devin Rainey on a 2-year deal. I feel like I am going to have to increase the money for Anthony Richardson. And there's probably not a receiver of St. Brown's there. Wow. Would he like to come back with just like a cheap deal? Okay, we don't have the money. Never mind. I don't think Richardson's going to take this, but we can hope. Let's see if it'll go well. Yeah, I didn't think so. There's not even a quarterback up here. So I guess we're running it back with good old Bryce Young. What are the chances? Pick 16, like we don't need much. I almost want to take Jamie Aldridge just because he's a strong arm quarterback, and I feel like he'll take off to the moon. I'm gonna go Malcolm Emerson, I guess. Hidden development, I take that with 92 strength. Very top heavy. So Emerson 74, and then I took a receiver in Irvin, who's also a 74 in normal development. The rest, not great. So we're running it back with Bryce Young, who's a 98 overall. He's already starting to regress, which is not good whatsoever. But we're an 89 overall team. Of course, we don't have St. Brown anymore. We don't have Waddle anymore. We have a great offensive line. We have some decent weapons. I mean, Camp's at 90, but Gaines, number 2 guy, 79 overall. Not the best. Then on defense, I'd say we're golden. We're going to wrap this one up for Bryce Young, 5-12. We really just have to let him go. It's hard to do. I get it. It's very, very hard, especially when our division looks like 9-8 Tennessee, 9-8 Colts, 8-9 Jaguars. They're all just off. And he has a great season. 5,000 yards, 34-12, 63% completion. I just can't explain it. Robinson, 852 with 10, so he's dropping off. Great. Camp, 111 catches, 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns. Take that any day of the week. Gaines, 90 catches, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. And Whitaker, 86, 1,000 with 12. Fantastic. Golden, 133 tackles. I love that. It says trade target for a veteran. So I think we're getting to the point where I might blow it up completely. And I just hate that. I really hate it. 6 sacks for Brown, Gilmore, 5.5 for Roth, and interceptions, we have 5 for Bates. Lamar Jackson still on the Giants. MVP. Okay, Will Levis, number 2 for the Bills. Interesting. You're not seeing, why is his name? It's been a few days since I last recorded. It's going to totally blank my mind. I should remember. I don't remember. But Gallo, Coach of the Year. AFC, I can't imagine. No. Defensive player. We're basically non-existent. Irvin, the receiver, number 1 Rookie of the Year. Defensive rookie, nothing. The Giants' 4th Super Bowl victory in this video, beating the Bengals 35-12. Lamar, Super Bowl MVP. So the plan's going to be that we're going to have to bring back Bryce Young again, hopefully on the franchise tag this time around. I mean, gold is a 99 overall. They said trade target for a veteran. I think I'm just going to bring it back. We're, of course, going to franchise tag. Whitaker can go. Robinson can go. Rose can go. Coleman will bring back. Smiley will bring back. And that's going to be it. But we have $159 million. He just took my basic offer. It's kind of insulting. So I'm really looking at our team, and we lost a tight end, we lost a running back, and we lost an end. So there's really not a ton we have to pick up in free agency. And I'm really at the point where if we don't, I mean, we're definitely trading away Bryce Young, but if we can't find a quarterback in the draft with a 5-12 record, maybe blowing it up. I really don't want to because we have a very, very solid team. So let's just see what is here. Jalen Carter on the board. Interesting. Greg Ford, 30 years old. Does it say what type of, what is that hair? Why does he have like gray hair at 30? I have gray hair at 32, but what is that? I wish it said, what type of quarterback is he? Am I just missing it? Is it not here? So I made a few offers. I'm going to try to bring Whitaker back. Tater receiver, 26 years old, 87 overall. Jackson running back, 86 overall, 27 years old. Scheme fit. And then we have Blade, scheme fit, 82 overall, 27 years old. Let's see. Ooh, we got turned down by the receiver. Not yet. Not yet. He's on the team. Nobody wanted Bryce Young, which is very, very concerning. Look at Julian Hardy. I'm doing whatever I can to get him on the team. Strong arm, A's across the board. Who has to pick the Rams? That's going to be our pick. I'm trading a first this year, first next year, and a third next year for the first overall pick. Add him to the team, Julian Hardy. What? Normal development? I have to go look at that in 1 second, but we're taking Deontay Jordan center, A awareness, A impact blocking, B pass block, hidden development, thank you, 85 strength. Is there no way to look at, NFL rosters, okay. The Explorers, who would they have been? Eagles, something, who would this have been? And I'm probably not going to be able to figure out because there's nobody. Actually, maybe it'll tell me before they relocate. Arizona? Okay, it might not be Arizona. I am pretty confused. It is Arizona. Wow, okay, where, I don't know where they moved to, and you can't look at standings right now. Hardy's a 74 with normal development. It's unbelievable. My only hope is because he's a strong arm quarterback. He's a scheme fit with all these weapons with the offensive line. He'll be able to soar, but your guess is as good as my guess. I'm trading Bryce Young to the Bengals for a first-round pick this year and next year. I do think with Julian Hardy and an 89 overall team around him, we should be able to do pretty well this year. We have a lot of scheme fits at the weapons that you want to have it at with Camp, Jackson. I thought Tate was. Maybe not, but we have Whitaker, good offensive line, great defense. Let's go to the playoff. I really hate that I'm going to have to blow up this team. I'm just going to have to. We're 5-12 again. I know we had a rookie quarterback, so we're going to give it a year or two, but it's not looking great. Colts 12-5, Jags 11-6, Titans 8-9. And that's not good. That is not good whatsoever. We'll take the 4,700 yards, but 27-16, I don't like that. Jackson 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. Camp 1,300 yards on 99 catches, 7 touchdowns. Tate 1,000 with 5, Gaines 1,000 with 6, Whitaker 769 with 7. Golden even dwindling down, 116 tackles, same for Milner. They've been on my team for, is it both? Oh, it's 9 and 6, but it's a long ass time. 7.5 sacks for Gilmore, 7 for Roth, and interceptions, 3 for Golden, 3 for Bates, 2 for Milner, Matthews, and Gray. I do think we'll win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but we have Fife for Vikings, the MVP. Lamar's up there. They went 8-9, so they don't want winning the Super Bowl. AFC Offensive Player, I mean, nothing's going to be up there. Defensive Player, nothing. Offensive Rookie, thank you. We also have Skandrick, the running back, at 5. Defensive Rookie, Harmon at 5. Now, all I need is for Hardy to have, 10 XP. I'm not asking for much. Just means a little 10. 4. All right. The Raiders beat the Seahawks, who can't seem to win a Super Bowl in this video. I think that's like their third or fourth loss, with Russell Holcomb, Super Bowl MVP. So we have Devin Rainey up here. We have $130 million. Sterling Hamilton, Stringer, Brown, Farrell, that's a punter, Whitaker. We'll bring back Grayson. We'll bring back Roth. We'll bring back Pollard and Bigsby, but this isn't good. So we have $103 million. We lost a corner. We lost a guard, which I'm not really worried about. I believe that's about it. So a lot of older guys on the board. There's like nothing I really want to get at the top. Is there any good quarterbacks? Lamar? Do you think if I bring in Lamar, it's going to change anything? I'm going to try. I like how it says we're an underdog, by the way. I have like the best team in the league. They're like, yeah, it's an underdog. It's because my quarterback can't get anything done. And welcome Lamar Jackson to the team. Oh, he actually accepted. I wasn't exactly sure that was going to happen. Now, of course, we don't have our first-round pick. We have the Bengals' first-round pick, which is the 18th overall pick. There's another strong-arm quarterback. You know all these quarterbacks are going to be way better than the guy I took. But we're going to pass on all of them, and we're going to bring back a guard because we just lost Hamilton, I think it was, Javonte Woodard. Hidden development, 88 strength. So Woodard ended up being a 74. James, the defensive tackle, who also has normal development, 74. And then Applewhite, 74. Other than that, not great, but we didn't have a third-round pick, so that's okay. I hope I don't regret this, but we are going to start Lamar Jackson at quarterback. He's superstar X Factor. Hardy did get to start at the same time, which I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I want to see if we bring in a quarterback that's won at least 3 Super Bowls in this video, if he'll help the team and actually bring us to the playoff. No matter what I do, we're not going to have a good record aside from those, what did I have, 2 years, 3 years with a positive record. 3 out of... I think this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is the 15th year, and we've had a positive record 3 times, and we have an 88 overall team. I'd like to see the comparison to real life. I really would. And Lamar had a great year. 5,500 yards, 40 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. So I don't know what it's going to take. Jackson exactly 1,000 yards with 6. Look at Applewhite with 12. Pretty good. Tate, 1,500 yards on 118 catches, 9 touchdowns. Camp, 113, 1,500 yards, 7 touchdowns. Gaines, 919 with 9. Whitaker with 8. I unfortunately do think we have to blow up this team. And it really hurts me because we have 5 years left. So if we blow up the team, we'll probably have like 3 good years to make a run. And I don't know if that's enough time. Golden, 154 tackles. I love that. It's about time. 6.5 sacks for Patton. Interceptions, 3 for Rainey, 2 for Bate. We're 5th in offensive yards. 29th in defensive yards. What are you talking about? Lambert MVP. Of course, Lamar's at number 7. It's unbelievable. Doug Peterson, coach of the year. Offensive player. That's not who I thought it was. Texans, no. Defensive player. Of course not. Offensive rookie, we have Applewhite, the running back, at 5. Defensive rookie, nothing. The Bills finally won a Super Bowl, beating the Buccaneers 37-31. It's about time. Angelo Herrera, Super Bowl MVP. I unfortunately think the smart thing to do is to blow this team up. So we're going to let Whitaker go, Rainey go, Fredrickson, Carter, Gilmore, unfortunately, Matthews, unfortunately, even Gaines, unfortunately. Rhodes, that's fine. Yeah, we're just going to let everybody walk out the door, and we're going to skip free agency, and we're just going to head to the draft. So we have the 7th overall pick and the 27th overall pick. Do we just take a... Oh, it says talent 2-3. Never mind. Not going with that. Let's take Tremaine Norton. Let's build the offensive line, maybe the defensive line, and then we'll go outwards. Normal! Let's see if we can go 2 for 2 at awful picks. No, again, oh my God. I mean, at this rate, we'll almost have the whole offensive line built. They'll all be awful, but almost got them built. Let's get Chris Turner, scheme fit, defensive tackle. Oh my God. All in all, it's not that bad of a draft. I know they're normal developments, but a 73 for Norton, a 72 for Trainer, a 73 for Turner, and a 70 for Kelly, not that bad. We'll ignore the Rosenthal. We have a whole lot of trade offers because, like I said, we're blowing this team up. Let's start off with Gray. Is there really going to be no draft picks? I don't want players from the Columbus Explorers. Like, why are they exploring Columbus? I don't get it. Let's take that 2nd round pick more than likely. Yes, Shuri to the Giants. We need to help them. We getting a 92 cornerback. He'll probably be a free agent. I get that, but it's unusual. Now, I did put Hardy on the trade block, the quarterback. I think it was Hardy. Was it Hardy? I thought it was Hardy. If there's not going to be any good trade offers without picks, like there's no real point. And I put a lot of good players up here. I know Blade wasn't the best player, but an 85 left tackle, a 6, a 7, a 6. I don't want any of this junk. I guess I'll take a 6. That's in division. What am I doing? I don't like all the players. I know they changed that up, but I don't want any of these bums. 111, 108, 99. Give me the Jets pick. We're going to trade James Tate to the Bears for a second-round pick. This might be one of the worst blow-ups I've ever done because the team's still at 81 overall. And we have a scheme-fit quarterback. Nobody wanted Golden, by the way. Younger's one of the guys we just picked up. I was like, where did he come from? But we're an 80 overall team. I don't think we're going to do well. Let's go to the playoffs. Nothing about this game will ever make sense to me. We did better than the last, I think, 3 years with a worse team. We're 7-10. Third, I guess tied for third. Colts 10-7. Sorry, hit my mic. 8-9 for Jaguars. 7-10 for Tennessee. I mean, I like the 5,500 yards, but 39-19 is not great. It says quarterback of the future, award winner. I guess he did win rookie of the year. Skandrick, nothing. Johnson, 1,500 yards, 122 for catches, 7 touchdowns. Irvin, 101, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. All these randoms did great. But when I had Jalen Waddle, when I had St. Brown, when I had Camp, we did absolutely nothing year in, year out. Younger, 128 tackles. He's going to be gone. Sack totals, 7 for Roth. Interceptions, 4 for Golden. The worst part, we're 8th in offensive yards. What's the defense? 28th. So it's really just our defense letting us down, which I don't really understand. Andrew Beach, MVP. There's Richardson. I missed you. I've missed you. His name just kind of blanked from my mind. Offensive player, Blackburn. Doesn't matter. Defensive player, Golden at 8. Offensive rookie, nothing. Defensive rookie. I mean, we drafted so many offensive linemen. And I would check the development of my players, but we didn't have any. Let's see who's going to win the Super Bowl. The Washington Commanders beat the Colts 35-27. Sean Park, Super Bowl MVP. It's been mostly NFC teams winning Super Bowl. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 teams in the AFC won Super Bowls, counting for 5 Super Bowls. So the other, what is that, 10? 11? The other 11 in the NFC? Now, I think we're just going to continue down, not re-signing anybody, not going to free agency, even though I hate to see Golden go. Emerson, I tried to trade him away. Irvin, no. Patton, no. Yeah, we're good. Let's go to the draft. Who are you? Jeff Roseman, Pat. There's not a ton of great players up here. We're at pick 11, which I understand. I'm stuck between Trey Street and then either Hal Adams or Henry Cannon. And I think a tackle for Henry Cannon, even though we have Trey Street. How many picks we have, by the way? Of course, it's not going to tell me. Why would a game tell me that? I hate that he has a C zone, so I'm going to go. Oh, no. Wrong guy. I'm going to go. I forget what his name was. Hal, I think. Nope. Henry Cannon. Add him to the team. Oh, my God. Even though all these players have normal development, not that bad. Cannon's a 73. Checo Glover, 77. I was sure he was going to be hidden development, but just not going to go our way. Bruce, 74, right end. So we got both of our ends covered, hopefully the rest of this rebuild. I put a bunch of players on the trade block again because I think now we have 4 years left, so we're trying to get as many picks as we can. Yep, I'll take a first-round pick. It was Younger and Lockhart who I picked up last year for basically nothing. And then I got a first-round pick, and I got probably a third-round pick and a third-round pick. Not bad. So that puts us down to a 77 overall. We went 7-10 last year. So, honestly, I'm hoping we do worse. But knowing this game with all these just bum players, we'll probably go, 10-7. 8-9. We literally keep getting better the more players I trade away. And it will never, ever make sense. Tennessee 14-3, Jags 10-7, Colts 8-9. I don't get it. I'm almost at a point where I just never want to sign anybody, never want to re-sign anybody, and just leave it up to the draft and just let it fly. Hardy, 4,800 yards, 39-12. That's a great year. Skandrick, 800 yards, 4 touchdowns. Trapp, 1,300 yards with 7 and 104 catches. Awesome. Kelly, 101, 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. Fantastic. A rookie, it seems. Brewer, 887 with 8. Mathis with 5. On defense, Hartman, 136 tackles. The only part I hate is I don't know half these people. 11 sacks for Blade. Interceptions, 5 for Hartman, 4 for Preston, 3 for Arthur, 3 for Clement. J.D. Casey MVP. Anybody else will recognize? We remember Herrera. Coach of the year, Gallo. I feel like he's been winning it every single year. Wait, what did that say? Oh, it was overall. What does overall mean? Why are we overall 1 and how are we number 10? I just overlooked that. AFC offensive player. Nothing. Defensive player. We have Hartman at 7 and Blade at 8. Offensive rookie, Joe Trapp. Don't really know who that is. Bruce at 3. Wheaton at 7. Defensive rookie, Glover at 2. Brown at 4. Cummings and Reese 8 and 9. The Cleveland Browns beat the Packers 38-31. Jeremy Rose, Super Bowl MVP. Another one for the AFC side. I just want to make sure there's nobody I'm dying to bring back. I don't want Blade. I don't want Pharrell. I probably should bring back Hardy, but I'm not going to. Skandrick, I'm not going to. Jordan, Sims. We're going to bring back Jordan and Sims. So we don't have a quarterback. And of course, it's not going to be a quarterback up here. Let's see. A lot of these guys are not good. We could probably take one of these guys and just ride with it and see what happens later on. But we have the 14th overall pick. We're going to take left tackle Mike Ingram. Hidden development. There we go. Year 18. Let's see if that quarterback's here. He is Alex Machado. I don't even know if that's the guy we want to take. I think just because he's strong arm, but like BBB, BBC, A. I guess A is pretty good for throw power. Add him to the team. Normal development. Not a huge surprise. Hey, another second round pick. I was going to say shortstop. Strong safety, Kerry Friedman, hidden development. We got ourselves a tight end, Paul Womack, with that hidden development. Our quarterback has a 66 overall. Oh, no. Oh, no. So we are currently a 76 overall team, which means we're probably going to go 17-0, something in that range. But it's not looking good. No weapons, no running back, decent offensive line. I'll give myself that. No corners. Defensive lines, all right. Let's see how this is going to go. There it is, 3-14, right where we belong. Oh, God. I don't even want to look at that. 21 touchdowns, 23 interceptions, 5 touchdowns for Applewhite. Trap, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. Not bad, all things considered. On defense, Cummings, 144 tackles. Sack totals, 9 for James. So we have 2 years left after this. Interceptions, 3 for Cummings, 2 for Bigsby, 2 for Pollard. And I think we're in perfect position where we could spend a lot of money in free agency, and we're going to have probably the first overall pick. 32nd in offensive yards. Lambert, MVP, if you say so. Threw my pen by accident. Bryce Young at number 5. That's how angry I am. Coach of the year, Gallo. I feel like he's won it every single year. Offensive player, Marcus Jackson, was on our team, if you recall. Didn't do anything like that. Defensive player, Cummings at 10. Offensive rookie, we can't even win that. We do have Britt at 8. Defensive rookie, Freeman at 3. It's about time for the Bengals. Never mind. I saw Bryce Young. I hate you. 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 I was going to say it's about time because their head coach has been doing well. But I hate you. I'm just so flustered right now. Is there anybody who can bring back? Coleman can go. Arthur can go. Woodard will bring back. Applewhite, no. Roos will bring back. James will bring back. And Watson will bring back. We have $225 million in cap space. So McPherson's going to be on my team. Pierman's probably going to be on my team. Virgil, is going to be on my team. Holcomb, I believe, is a Super Bowl champion. So maybe. Basically, I'm just going to go down the list, and I'm going to just pick and choose everybody I want. Oh, my God, he's here. Anthony Richardson's going to be on my team. So here are the 5 I targeted for now. I think we're going to get everybody but McPherson. I mean, we could get McPherson, but more than likely, he's not going to take the team. What is going on? Perfect. We actually got all of them. All right. We still have just a measly $101 million. So we're going to get back to work. We're back with 5 more players, and we still have $30 million in cap space. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got them all. We'll save the $30 million. We have the first overall pick, and we have the 14th overall pick. I think it was from the Jets or the Ravens. Doesn't really matter. Of course, a bunch of quarterbacks. We're not going to do that. We don't need outside linebackers. There's so many quarterbacks. I hate when they do this kind of stuff because I don't need any of them. I don't need any of them. Not a single one. I don't need any of these positions. Some might say I should trade back. And usually I would agree, but we have, I think, 2 years left. You know what? We'll trade back and hopefully, I mean, we're in what, year 2041? So we need a 41 and a 42 draft pick. There's 11. Number 1 next year, but that doesn't mean anything. 41. Oh, no, that's the, I thought that was 8 this year. I was going to say, I'll slam dunk take that one. We're going to take the Broncos pick. Why not? Which means we're basically going to have back-to-back picks. 11 and 14, not that far off. Let's take a left tackle in Brandon Vance. Has to be hidden. Thank you, 92 strength. And then we're going to take D. Davidson, left end. Hidden development, love it. I'm hitting it out of the park right now. Strong safety, Jonathan Session, hidden development. This has to be one of the best drafts I've ever done. Maybe. I was going to say, I saw the 64 and got let down, but 73, 72, that's great. So we now have Anthony Richardson leading the team in the same style, playbook scheme, everything he could want. Great offensive line, great weapons, probably great defense. I would say great defense. Yeah, for sure. Great defense. Let's go to the playoffs. So we ended the season in 8-9. So a little bit better, I would say. It's not the best, though. I thought Anthony Richardson would actually carry us to the playoffs. What do I know? Tennessee 11-6, Jaguars 10-7, Colts 6-11. I mean, that's a great season. Are you kidding me? 5,100 yards, 48-14, 67% completion. You take that any day of the week. Lippett, 961, 8 touchdowns. Okay, Richardson with 1. McPherson, 124 catches, about 1,700 yards, 12 touchdowns. Awesome. Frost, 1,100 yards, 15 touchdowns, 9 for Pryor, 1,000 yards. On defense, Frey, 120 tackles. Sack totals, 10 for James. Love that. 9.5 for Griffin. Interceptions, 4 for Calhoun, 2 for Pollard. I don't know why I said it like that. 2 for Pollard. 11 offensive yards. Yeah, not great. Beach MVP. Come on, Richardson. Just win it for us. Come on. We don't see any. Oh, no, we do see Bryce Young. I stand corrected. At least it's not Gallo. He has to have, we've done this for 19 years now. He has to have 10 Coach of the Years. I don't know. I wonder if I can look into that. I am going to try to look into that. We do have McPherson, 3 for Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player, James at 9. I saw that. Offensive Rookie, Slack at 3. Greenfield at 5. Defensive Rookie, Mitch Frey taking it home. So he's won 5 Coach of the Years. Is there anybody that's won more than that? Probably not. Seems very, very unlikely. They don't even have any of the regular guys anymore. That's so weird. I guess when they retire, they're just gone. But Andy Reid was there. So what do we get for developments? We drafted, I believe, Womack, star development. That might have been last year, actually, now that I think about it. Who did we draft? Was it defensive lineman? Yeah, we drafted Davidson. We drafted, I'm going blank. That's so bad. I don't remember. I apologize. I do not remember. There's so many people. They all just blend together. That's so disappointing. So the Lions beat the Broncos. Anthony beat Super Bowl MVP, but we have the Broncos first round pick, if I recall. Now we have $41 million. Ricky Roth can go. Pollard can go. I didn't think we'd have a ton up here, so it almost makes me want to bring one of these guys back. But Pollard doesn't start, and we have a good backup for Roth. So I think we're good. So I'm taking a look at the team, and I think in free agency with $41 million, we need a cornerback, maybe an end, and then probably another top-tier receiver. Maybe a running back. We probably could get better at running. So I made 3 offers. One to Douglas, the running back, McBath, the corner, and Cole, the receiver. Doesn't show you the top offers other than one of them because this game's awful. But we have the top offer for all of them. And they're all on our team. Let's head to the draft. So the 14th overall pick and the 31st overall pick. We don't need a ton, as I previously stated, so we're probably going to look for, I'd like to ideally get like a receiver or something, or maybe even a running back. You know, I'm going to probably take Bullock or Broles later, or definitely not Broles. Bullock maybe a little bit later on, but just because he looks so beastly, let's get Jeremiah Chambers. Hidden development easy, 92 strength. The running back's gone. That's so disappointing. I mean, it wouldn't have made sense to take him. We have 2 running backs already. But I just wanted to add him to the team just because I don't really want to go Kevin McGee either. I don't know. Fine. I'll go Kevin McGee. Where is he? Where'd he go? Kevin McGee, zone guy, not a scheme fit. Normal development. So we are in our final year. Chambers is 74, McGee 75, Cloud 73. That's fantastic. Let's go take one final look at our team. So we are an 85 overall team. We're 5 deep at receiver, which is great. The offensive line is so deep. 3 deep at running back, which is awesome. Corners are good. Defensive line, probably the weakest point on our team, but I think we'll be in good shape. Let's go to the playoffs. I was so happy. I saw we made the playoffs until I look. We're 9-8. You better believe we're playing Bryce Young. It's just, I can't explain it. We're going to lose to Bryce Young in the final year. You know that's going to happen. Our only hope is he doesn't play for the Bengals anymore. Richardson, 5,300 yards, 34-14. Fantastic. Douglas, 1,000 with 13 yards, or Markel Douglas. Nice. Receiving, McPherson, 108 catches, 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. Cole, 89 catches, 1,300 yards with 9. Frost, 1,100 with 5. On defense, Frey, 127 tackles. Sack totals, 13.5 for James. Love that. Griffin with 10. Interceptions, 3 for Peyton and Freeman, and 2 for Calhoun. Greg Lambert, MVP. Beach at 2. Holcomb could have been on our team. Remember that. Yes. Yes! He's not on the Bengals anymore. The Black Knights. Okay, we got a chance. That's all I'm saying. Gallo, he's back, and he's better than ever. Number 5 for us, offensive player, nothing. Defensive player, James at 4. We also have Peyton at 8. Offensive rookie, nothing. Defensive rookie, McGee at 7. I wonder if it's going to take us 20 years to win a playoff game. Did we just not score on the goal line? Are you kidding me? All right, we're up 10-7. I'm getting back into it. It's not Bryce Young. That's all I care about. He didn't come back to ruin our dream. The 17-7. 20-7 in the fourth quarter. We're only up by a touchdown. Now we're losing. Now we're losing. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Who's Joe Lynch? Who is he? Richardson, you're so bad, but only for me. You're a great pro otherwise. And then the Vikings beat the Bengals, so you beat me for nothing. 24-21. Kind of unbelievable. Let's do a real, recap real quick what happened in our season. We'll start with us first, because, that's what we should do. We went 3-14 once. We went 6-11 3 times, 5-12 3 times, 7-10 4 times, 8-9 5 times, 13-4 once, 14-3 once, 9-8 twice. I'm probably missing this year. So we probably went 9-8 3 times, to be honest. And Super Bowl champions. These are all the one-time clubs. The Bears. Don't forget the Bears, because we rebuilt them a few weeks ago. And then they win a Super Bowl. Doesn't make any sense. The Vikings, Lions, Bengals, Browns, Commanders, Bills, Raiders, Colts, Falcons, Tampa Bay, and the Jaguars. 2 for the Chiefs, 2 for the Cowboys, and 4 for the New York Football Giants. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But that's going to be it for this video. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know who you want me to rebuild next. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.